Hey, look at there. I see the top of your head, my friend. Yeah, there you go. Oh, let's see. Let me do some magic stuff here. Are you back from the auction?
I am.
Shit, there's 2 P's in appraisal.
Yes.
I am horrible at spelling, dude. And my there we go. And my current condition doesn't help. Jim, how the heck are you this evening, bud?
I'm doing well. I'm unshaven, but I'm doing well.
No, there's no shame in being unshaven. Believe me, I'm actually unshaven from this morning. I didn't shave this morning either. So
been a couple days. Been a couple days for me.
Has it? Yeah. You got more than 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So was it auction day all day today? Is that part of the premiere video that you had on tonight?
Yeah, since I got back from the auction this week, I've been at my desk pounding out paperwork like there's no tomorrow.
Oh man.
I have a stack. I probably have somewhere between 15 and 20 appraisals to complete.
Sweet.
The phone is still ringing. I got to go to Texas. I got to go to Florida. I got to go to Maryland, Pennsylvania, and who knows where else. Just not enough hours in a day.
Oh, these are all good things, man. You're busy. I'm happy to hear that. Very happy to hear that.
I got to try and squeeze in time to make YouTube premieres or go live. Just did not have time to go live this week. Gave Bob some video stuff to play with, and he had some stuff in his own camera, and he put a premiere together for tonight. I wasn't even able to watch it, so I have no idea ultimately how it came out. I'm sure it's great, but
it was good. Yeah, very nice, very nice. He had a pretty good crowd there. I don't remember what the peak was, but no, it was a very nice show. Bob did well. Kudos, Bob, if you're watching.
Probably at about 2 or 3 in the morning today. Once I hopefully finish up a Camaro appraisal, I will. I'll sit back, relax for a few minutes, and watch it. Ultimately, see how this one does. I talked to Bob a little while ago because just on my way home a short time ago, I stopped and checked on his daughter's car. Unfortunately, the car was involved in a collision at the body shop being repaired. I had popped in there this afternoon, and we had a discussion about color choice. It's a red, so there's a lot of variances for it, and I picked out what I thought was going to be the best match. They went forward, painted the car, so I stopped into the shop tonight and went in the booth, turned on the lights. Everything looks great. And ultimately, I shot a 4-minute video in the spray booth.
That's cool. Was blind. Yeah, it's on his side. I don't know. Do you hear the whistle, Jim, when you speak? Probably don't.
No.
Oh, okay. It's just like a little flutter whistle whenever you speak. It's not that bad, but yeah, it is on his side. Was blind. Andrew Frying Pan, how you doing, buddy? Dirty D's, welcome. Well, I'm glad you got to go to that auction. What kind of car is it? Your
Chevy Cruze.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Just
she wasn't hurt, was she?
No injury.
Oh, good.
Low speed impact in traffic. Long story short, I can sum it up in 4 words. It happened in Boston.
Wicked fast.
Yeah. For the people that have not driven in Boston, traffic there can be absolutely insane.
Really?
Just the patterns and the way that they've set up the road. You'll have an intersection with 4 lanes. My hands over
We can see them.
4 lanes. You're going to have a 1 or 2 left turn lanes, 1 or 2 right turn lanes. And just before that intersection, you have people bleeding in from the left. You have a road coming straight into this intersection. And then you're going to have people coming from the left to bleed in there and people coming in from the right to bleed in there. And the people coming in from the right want to turn left, and the people coming in from the left want to turn right. So you have everybody trying to do this. And it's just absolutely insane. If you don't have a big pair on you, you're not going anywhere. You need to be just as aggressive as the next guy.
I want to know what qualifies these people as road designers. You know, I've never understood how they
got it figured out.
You do?
Yeah, you know the bubble gum machine at like on the way out of the door at Walmart. They got that bubble gum machine. You know, it's about this big. And I think it costs 50 cents now. You used to be able to get a ring or something in there. Now it comes with a certificate to...
a traffic engineer certificate.
Yeah, give you credentials to be a traffic design engineer. That's about where it comes from. Because there's absolutely no logic. I understand it's a cramped space and there's a lot of cars and this and that. But, you know, even here in Connecticut, we have a lot of highway entrances and exits where you have the entrance just before the exit. So you have somebody coming on the highway trying to get up to speed at the exact same time as somebody that is trying to, in 500, get off the exit and slow down.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Somebody on the brakes, somebody accelerating, and everybody's crisscrossing like this. And it's just absolutely insane. I'm like, zero logic. Throw logic up.
Well, I'm completely convinced that those traffic engineers don't even own a vehicle, much less travel those areas that they're trying to redesign or design initially. Seriously.
They're just...
Well, it's how you get places like the Spaghetti Bowl, which is one of the most famous, Indianapolis has the Spaghetti Bowl, which is the 65-70 split. And I can't tell you how many truckers have lost their lives going around that curve. I mean, it would happen back in the day because they've changed things. But back in the day, it would be a weekly event. And it's like, how do you get away with that? How do you literally get away with screwing up that sort of thing when you have so many examples, working examples out there to draw from? I don't know. It's just me. I'm angry, so I'm going to lash out at the traffic engineers.
Yeah. Little Birdie told me that there was some discussion on your channel earlier this evening about YouTube in general and subscribers and so on.
Yeah. Yep.
I missed it because I literally walked in the house, turned on the computer, and dialed you up to join in because I'm probably just as curious as you. I was having a conversation with Bob last week or the week before. We have 1,500 subscribers. What I think is quality automotive content. And you had less than 100 views in, say, a week's time. That's not even 10%. So, where's the hardcore people? Where's the automotive enthusiast? Is there no loyalty with subscribers? A lot of unanswered questions. Ultimately what's going on, and, what does it take? And then the oddest things are, going viral, being popular, and I'll watch them and I'll say to myself, that was, basically just a broadcast of crap. But yet, look at the views that it has. And I watch other automotive broadcasts, and I'm not going to mention any names, but the amount of misinformation that's out there is absolutely incredible. And the guy's got 1.2 million views.
Well, I would think part of that is that those people who are digesting that information don't know that it's bad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And there's a lot of there's still even in our community, and Jim, you're part of this community as well. We all travel kind of in the same circles. We all know what poison sub for sub is, and buying subs and all that sort of thing. Well, there are still people out there doing it en masse, right? There's literally thousands of people out there doing it. There are companies that are completely built around selling those sort of things. Bad news, right? But it makes your sub count look great, and then suddenly it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So once you have a certain sub number, or at least when you start growing, then you start growing exponentially, right? Because you get recognized as, and I'm going to use those air quotes, an authority on whatever subject it might be, or at least a featured creator in that space. And then, the audience comes because you get because of your status, you get promoted more. And it you've got to be good at the algorithm as well. So you've got to really optimize as well. But I literally think that that and there's so much competition for eyes out there that even though you've got subscribers, they can't catch all the time. I mean, I see it all the time. I've got some folks. Well, a great example is my 13th Swip. He was on here a bunch early on, but then he had school, and I'm sure his attention was drawn elsewhere, and he wasn't able to make it all the time. And that's usually where the hardcores end up going after a while. But they come back. If those people who ring their bell and are seeing you pop up on the screen all the time, they do come back, and that's your real core audience. And that's what Magic and I was talking about. Jason and I were talking about, in that the sub count really doesn't matter as much as we think it does. It matters more to us, Yeah,
agreed. I don't like it when, say, this sub for sub type stuff, somebody comes in just to pay a courtesy, say a one-time courtesy. They come in and watch you for a minute, so you get credit for a view.
Yeah.
They're expecting the same on their end. Maybe you did it for them first, and then they turn around and repay the favor.
Yeah.
But when you look at the analytics and you watch your average view time drop, say you're below 4 minutes, because these people come in for, a minute and 5. They're just killing your average. If you're looking to go somewhere and attract advertisers, and your average watch time is less than 4 minutes, who's going to want to have it? You can't fit 3 advertisers in a 4-minute watch time. So, nobody's going to be attracted to you with that. So,
right.
You're going to need a, 30-minute, 20-minute minimum, I would assume. I'm certainly no expert. I haven't dove into that end of the analytics to determine, where do we need to go to become YouTube famous? For now, we're just trying to make good content, learn the system, learn some editing. Still, learning software deals. I mean, better than anybody else the software issues that we've had, and the hardware issues as well.
Sure.
We're getting a grip on it. We're getting ourselves up to speed. And, sooner or later, you hope that the subscribers come, and they come back weekly for that live broadcast. I go live, or try to go live, once a week. You doing it 5 nights a week is a commitment that I could never do.
Let's not forget about Friday mornings now.
I don't know about that.
I'm a glutton for punishment. I wanted to make sure that I could appeal to my Eastern Europe folks. West Europe actually,
Okay.
for the most part. And I decided to do a Friday morning show because in the summertime, my Friday nights are not going to happen as often as they will in the wintertime. You know,
Okay.
fun gets in the way.
Understood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fun gets in the way. So I decided on doing 6 shows a week. I'm not a smart man, Jim. I'm not right in the head.
Uh, you and I had talked about this in Indianapolis. Have you given more thought to skipping Friday night and going Sunday instead?
Well, yeah, I did. And I'm still thinking about that. But that actually would be better because I usually don't have anything going on Sunday night. Come to think of it, I'd actually forgotten about that. I'm glad you brought that up. Because well, see, I don't get to say weeknights. Then I've got to change a whole bunch of stuff around my marketing around weeknights. Every weeknight. I'll have to think more about that because I still would be 5 consecutive nights.
Yes.
Yeah, if I can figure out a way to make that easy to digest, then I will, because that makes a whole lot more sense, and that literally opens up the 2 fun nights.
Yeah.
Interesting. Thanks for bringing that back up, Jim. I appreciate it.
Friday night, I mean, generally you don't find me in front of my computer. Like you said, it's fun night. Beat myself up enough. I'm at my desk every Sunday night. Getting back into the groove to catch up on, what I did not do on Friday night, I have to do on Sunday night, so everything is ready for Monday morning.
Sure.
So I'm here every Sunday night, knocking things out at the desk, wide variety of things.
Mm-hmm.
And Friday, by Thursday night, and then through the workday on Friday. Fridays are always insane. And then Friday night, you're toast, and you just need to go out and do something different, relax, knowing full well that Sunday night, you're going to be right back at it again.
Yep.
Maybe for quite a number of people, they'd be able to tune in on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'd give it a shot.
No, I think you're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And then it's then I don't have 2 shows on a Friday ever as well. No, I'm digging it, dude.
Okay.
Yep, I'm digging it. I'll just have to figure out how to reposition that. Like in my channel header and that sort of thing. That channel header graphic exists over a lot of social media platforms. I'll just have to adjust yet again. So yeah, no, thanks again for bringing that up.
It's easy. Just change the definition of weeknights. Make it from Sunday to Thursday.
Yes.
Sunday to Thursday.
Yes, absolutely. You'd be amazed.
On the calendar, Sunday starts a new week.
That's true. Okay, cool. I'm on it, dude. I'm literally on it. Well, one of these days, Jim, we'll be one of those that gets picked up by the recommended channel. And exposure being everything, that's where you find your core audience, right? Because if they don't know you exist, I mean, they're out there. There are millions of them out there.
Yeah.
It's just
my theory is the automotive enthusiast community is a multi-billion-dollar operation just in the United States alone. Forget about everything outside of this country. You have Mecum with 15 auctions. You have Barrett Jackson with 4 auctions. Those are the 2 major auction houses in this country. And then there's RM auctions and just a whole bunch more. The companies that are making aftermarket parts, whether they be stock replacement parts or upgraded parts, bigger brakes for your Mustang or your Chevelle or your Camaro or your Roadrunner or something. I mean, there's just multi-billion-dollar industry. And then you look at SEMA and how many people go there. And you have cruise nights and cars and coffee and car shows in the wintertime. And so there is just people talking cars everywhere. And all I want to do is capture just a very, very small percentage of that. And the channel just blows up. I just need to get those people to be aware that my channel exists and that they can come in. I mean, I go to a cruise night, and you can walk up to anybody that's standing next to their car, and they'll talk to you for an hour. After I leave and somebody walks in up behind me, that guy will tell the same story again and again and again. Come onto my channel, tell the story. That's why I advertise, my car on MCA.
Mm-hmm.
Send me some photographs, send me some background. I'll get in touch with you, and I'll make you a guest on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't happened yet. We haven't lined anybody up, but we'll get there when the word gets out. I understand it's summertime and people are busy. Heck, even one of the guys that works for me, Don, going to be live Wednesday. You're gonna join in. He's, oh geez, I might be at his cruise night or might be out with the wife. It's summertime. We like, if we hit the beach and then go to dinner and do something else, we're gonna get home too late, or I'm better off in the fall and the winter or something when I'm not out cruising around in the Corvette.
Right.
Like that. So, I get it. You got to put in a little bit more time, a little bit more effort to try and get there.
Mm-hmm.
But, just the other day I was thinking, where do you draw the line in the sand? How much time and energy and expense do you put into a channel? And make a determination, you know what? This just isn't going anywhere. I don't know why. I don't know what it's going to take to get to where I want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Do I continue and keep the fingers crossed and hope, waiting for just that one person to say, hey, that guy actually knows what he's talking about. Let's reach out to him for something,
mm-hmm.
And then your world changes. Or do you just throw in a towel and say, you know what, I've put enough time and effort into this thing. It didn't get me anywhere. It was a valid try, but you know what? I got other things to do in life besides this.
Yeah, sometimes you got to cut your losses.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying, and I would agree. If you're looking for it to do something for you, right? You've got a goal for its success, then absolutely, after a certain amount of time, you've got to cut your losses. I wonder though, in sitting here listening to you and thinking about those people you were just talking about, right? Real people, real cars, that sort of thing. Have you thought about, and I've even seen some of your interviews, like, parts manufacturers and that sort of thing in displays. Have you thought about trying to find those big players at the auctions themselves? Like, even the owners of the auctions and getting them on the show?
I've thought of every name in the business.
Well, a lot of them, right? I mean,
yeah, not to the point where I can say, hey, I'm live on YouTube on Wednesday night. Can I zoom you in and, make you a guest? Where they're basically going to drop everything that they're doing just to come on my show.
Well, but it wouldn't
like have, 1.2 million subscribers and, the video is going to get views and do something for them. But
That's true, but never hurts to ask.
Correct. Yeah.
I mean, you and Bob are getting your stuff together, and I think once you're comfortable with maybe some of the smaller guys, the real car, real people, I'd be hitting them. I'd be hitting those people who want to get their products out for $0, right? Mm-hmm. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And God, that for you from an SEO standpoint could be very, very well or valuable, I should say. Yeah, because that's like giving them them sponsoring for free, right? Because they get to do their shameless plug.
Yeah,
you get the recognition of having those people on the show and using those keywords based on that product, and popular products are great keywords that most in your industry are not going to be able to use unless they are sponsored by them. So I don't know, something to think about.
Yeah. As time goes on, then you got to think about the logistics. I travel to an auction. Maybe, when the auction is over, it could be a 3-day auction. Maybe it runs a Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Thursday night after the auction is over, the guy's got time, and he'll give me the time for, a sit down and a chat. Well, where's the camera equipment and the audio equipment and everything to do that? I generally just don't travel like that yet.
Right.
Have not made it to that level. I think about that stuff all the time. What is it going to take to actually pull this off?
Mm-hmm.
Where are we going to go where it's quiet? Everybody's staying in a hotel somewhere, or maybe the guy's got a custom motorhome
Mm-hmm.
that we can go in there and get. Then you're going to need lighting and audio and this and that. It turns into a big major production, and to kind of like at the snap of a finger. Hey, let's go do this. Not that easy to pull off.
No, and it actually places a burden on the interviewee, right? Because now now they got to wait for you to set up and everything. But there's a lot of ways to do impromptu interviews that wouldn't take a great deal. And we're talking about field interviews that wouldn't take a lot of setup. And you've already done them, but you do it like 3-person, right? Like some that I've seen, somebody else is running the camera. Is that right? Okay. Yeah, but a quick tripod and even your phone with a microphone, it'd be pretty easy to do. You just go back and forth between you and the guest.
Yeah.
So there are, you find a nice place with good lights. It doesn't have to be all that. If you got a good camera, you should be all right. But they're all, ooh, look, Chrissy says she does. Oh, and I've seen some of Chrissy's field interviews. She does exactly what I was talking about. She actually uses her phone, I believe, Chrissy. But they make some wonderful mics that will fit in, will work with phones nowadays. And that makes it real easy for you to carry around because you don't want to carry around a bunch of crap, right?
Right.
So, just food for thought, dude. Food for thought. I want to see your channel blow up as much as anybody does.
Thank you.
Sure. Well, listen, Jim, we're heading. We're actually 20 minutes over the hour, so I'm gonna try to get out of here if you don't mind.
Sure.
I appreciate you being on, dude. And thanks again for reminding me about that Sunday. That may happen by next week.
Before I go, do me just one favor. When you have a couple extra minutes, send me an email with a list of parts that you need that you would like for your Mustang.
Oh.
I can get into the account on a wholesale level and price it out for you.
Nice.
To at least give you an idea as to what's coming your way price-wise. And I do have a deal where I can drop ship right to you.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit, didn't we?
Yeah. I got it all worked out. I talked to the manufacturer, and I can make that happen.
Awesome. Yes, I absolutely will drop you an email. My needs are not extraordinary, so you don't have to worry about that. But there's a lot of underbody sheet metal that I need to replace. Yeah.
And for some reason, from this particular source, the Mustang stuff seems to be cheaper than Mopar and General Motors.
Less expensive, you mean?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Hopefully the quality of the part itself is going to be good. But yeah, the pricing is definitely cheaper across the Ford line than it is the GM and Mopar line.
Fantastic. Yes, Jim, I will email you that list. Okay. It'll be a short list. It won't. I mean, like I said, my needs aren't great. The body itself is in pretty good condition, except for around the windshield frame. It's the undercarriage that I really want to work on hard. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Right.
Well, again, I'm glad you had a good time at the auction, and I'm glad you're busy. And I hope you come back on, Jim.
I will. Certainly will. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and keep smiling.
I will now. I mean, you guys have actually brought me out of my doldrums. It's exactly what I was hoping for. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate it.
Happy to help.
Take care, buddy.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thanks.
Bye.
You too could be a guest on this show at any time. We're live every weeknight, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All you've got to do is hit that subscription button and ring that bell right now. Oh, and while you're at it, why not share this video? I'm sure my guests would appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you live.